I mean, ladies and gentlemen, 2 times in one night, the 3rd in a row for this league. Nighthaven Labs is going to be the standing map for the 3rd time. I mean, geez, it just lacks so much creation. Boys, take us to Cafe, take us to Chalet, give us some excitement, please. I beg for that excitement. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, I am Sino. I'll be doing everything behind the scenes for you today. I'm excited to be here. You should be as well. Sit back, relax, grab a snack, because we are here with the action. There will never be a dull moment here. Let's take a look here at the standings of these 2 teams for OOO and Make-A-Wish, with Land of OOO taking the top of their bracket with 3 points, a 7-0, an absolute destroy of Ultralight. They've taken care of them. -7 differential is absolutely ruthless, with Make-A-Wish trailing not so far behind, -4 points, but they've still lost. So 0 points for the 3rd and 4th place, and Land of OOO looking to continue and build up what they've found in the last week. So, as it stands, let's see how either team can lock in here. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're right back into the action. I mean, we just finished a game where TSG Black and Dream Esports battled it off to try and take points from each other, and it ended with TSG Black taking the top of their leaderboard in a very, very fancy style. I mean, there was plays, there was heroics, and there was everything that was needed of a Nighthaven game. But it gets boring, you know, after you do it 4 times in a row. But as it stands, we'll go right back to the same map. Apologize, guys. Unk is trying to get his glasses on. By Unk, I mean I'm 16, but whatever. Deimos being brought almost instantly. Thermite taking an interesting ban, but does make sense in terms of getting those walls open first and foremost. They know what they're trying to deny. It's a good idea. Really, you don't really see Thermite getting banned here, but I mean, I feel like it'll work out. Blackbeard gonna get taken care of, and those are already the 2 most operators that we've seen in the last 2 Nighthaven matchups previous to this one. Tabaro has never seen the light of day in a Nighthaven match for all 3 we've casted here in this league. Oh yes, Jimbo. First impressions mean everything. Let's see if you can address Deimos correctly the first time around. IT Breach getting opened up quite fast. And there's no doubt that they're looking to make some aggression or looking to make a play quite fast. Land of OOO is not a team you want to mess around with. Fafnir especially lethal on all fronts. Man knows how to use his gun. I've casted him previously before, I think in the qualifiers of XGS Rite of Passage. So I think he knows what he's doing, if I'm not mistaken, and he shall have everything in his hands to be able to have a successful first round. As it stands, we're a minute in. They look to address the site. They look to find the ability, they look to try to get rid of the things that stand in between them in a clean side execute. One of those things, being a mute jammer, but Twitch has failed to get that, and that is going to become a problem here as she looks to continue and try to find it, but you're just going to have to get the angle right while those very precious seconds tick off the clock. Approaching that 90-second mark, all 10 bodies left alive. Jimbo looking to play verticality. You have the death marks, use it on somebody, at least. 90 seconds, you'll have one man drop into the depths of warehouse, unaware of the man sitting in storage. I mean, it's going to be a very interesting first engagement here as Fafnir opens it up with a couple of bullets to Thunder, but it will be Thunder to take care of Nash first. And that'll be the first fatality of the map. The question is, does Weston know there's a man down there with him? It's a free kill here for Jimbo, but he just looks away at the last second. And what is Weston doing? I mean, his headset's forgotten at home. That's another fatality here for Make-A-Wish. They look to continue and capitalize upon their attack. 1 minute left, and now they found that response. Make it 2 as they've left it now at level, and they look to continue and address anybody and everybody who swings. Rafters, soon to be controlled by the attackers, as it'll be Mock to take that control very soon. Mira popped. You have to be aware the F-Nut gives away the position of Y3, making it a problem when it comes to advancing towards the site. Right now, you have no pressure coming in from Electrical. You have Aqua. You have everything needed as you burn the shield and shoot the man behind it as well. A little bit of a double whammy here. That 417 is lethal in Mock's hands, and it's applied to close out the round. Beautiful first, as they have learned how to dismantle a second floor command defense. And now, Land of OOO, you are going to be in big, big trouble if you allow yourselves to lose that many bodies that fast into a Nighthaven defense. I mean, we continue to talk about Nighthaven defense. It's so important to be able to come out the gate swinging. But right now, it looks like they came out the gate sleeping. Looking to change the past score lines by going right back to the same site and trying to make that outcome different. Make-A-Wish, beautiful first attack. I mean, a little bit of carelessness here from Land of OOO. I mean, you have one man just waltzing up the stairs, and you're completely unaware that you were sitting right next to the Deimos. I mean, he didn't move. He was sitting in storage the whole time, and you were the one who decided to ignore, or you just didn't hear him. They look to get aggressive here. I mean, they managed to reel it back in. They lost 2 fatalities, and then 5 seconds later, we found it through. So they are not scared to get aggressive in the right moments, and that is something you can respect about a defense, especially on a map such as Nighthaven. But it's always about getting that final nail in the coffin, and that was something we were talking about a majority of last game in between rounds, that teams, once they start to lack in the middle area, once they start to lack in that final third of a round, then you're going to see who really deserves to win. Fafnir not wasting any time bandit tricking. The fact that they don't have Thermite makes this a whole lot harder. You'll have Weston defending his teammate, keeping his back covered from the IT in Rafters' door. Manager successful so far as Ace only has 1 Selma left and only 1 EMP remains in the pocket of the Thatcher. They look to address the site now, but the question is with what utility? Because you have 1 Selma to be able to address either connector, the triple wall, or the IT wall. And right there makes it a big, big problem to be able to advance towards the site. But as it remains, you still have the spearhead of your operation. You have Ash backed up by the Deimos here, and that could set you up for a perfect attack. But not before they look to set up for another denial. But this time the wall will get open. Will be vulnerable, but the audio cue is going to be detrimental because they look like they've thrown that Selma up for Shaq. First blood is due to be in hand, but Uno reverse. Not for Jimbo, a little bit of a whiff, and that'll be your blood on the wall. Wumbo capitalized in headshots off the Deimos. No more verticality via Deathmark, but Thunder capitalizes. And 2 quick AK-12 bullets to the face will deal with Fafnir. Left out level, we're at the 1 minute mark, and now they look to build up, and now nobody else but Mock to find that iconic 417 kill. But Nash and Stalak doubling up to be able to find kills. And now they've relieved the pressure from Aqua. The question is, can they build upon it? The case has gone loose. They have under a minute left, and they can continue to play their time. But Nash, that doesn't work for him. A quick game of peekaboo, and that ECP to your skull is going to feel a little bit different when you're dead. And there you go. That's the response from the defense, as now Make-A-Wish have now found themselves at level. Similar to the last game, literally following an exoskeleton of what we saw last game. One team comes out the gate swinging. The next round, they look like they've forgotten their main idea. They get Bandit Trick. They don't have verticality fully established yet. They're scared to get in the building. You see, all of these things contribute to a good attacking round. And when you get that kill, Mock, you have to be able to be willing to expect the man to swing you off for the refresh, because it was perfect by the defenders. You suffered by taking, or you made the other team suffer by getting somebody off of Aqua in general, regardless of the operator. But you failed to crouch. You failed to go back down under that railing, and a nice, easy swing here from Stalak gave himself that kill, put it right back up at level, and from there, Wumbo, Nash, and Weston all took their time to be able to capitalize and build upon that. Breach looking to get open this time, but a mirror trick. It will deny one part of it, and it will be vaultable. No, it won't. It bugged completely, and Ace finds himself in a similar situation where he only has one Selma left. I mean, a little bit of an interesting approach here from this Ace. He doesn't care. He just wants to get that IT wall open. Not a single connector push we've seen yet has implied that they want to take electrical. They find themselves just pushing face first, and this is going to be the problem of that. You don't build up a structure, and by that, you push towards electrical and connector blindly and not even shooting the default camera that had you outside and spotted for 30 seconds. Live pings going in towards the man sitting in the corner. C4, no connection, and now we approach the 90-second mark with a man left all by himself in rafters and live pings all over him. As these lasers continue to light him up, it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even need a sight. He'll get the down. That'll be the Thatcher finished, and a little bit of a whiff is going to deal to the second fatality. Oh, you guys got to reel it in as the Madman continues to deal damage. That's 2 kills. Can you continue to build off that clip, as now he's still in the Wild West all by himself, but taking care of anybody who walks into his path, even using the F-Nod in his favor. If Ash advances, she knows what'll happen. Fafnir helping out his own teammate, baits out. It is Weston, the absolute dog, to take care of anybody who walks into his crosshairs. A 3-way pinch onto him. You had rafters. You had the door on rafters. You had the breach open as well. You even had the pings. And somehow, every single one of you got executed in plain sight. What a round from Land of OOO, and more especially to Weston and Fafnir for clutching it and closing it out. 2-1 as they'll grab the lead. Nothing left here but the basement. They'll look to advance. They'll look to try and build that lead. Nighthaven defense. Once you get yourself on that roll, there is no other straight path than forward. Right now, it looks like they know what they're doing. They look like they know what lead they want to build up, and they are having a great time doing so. A little bit of an interesting site setup here, and the rosters also raise some question marks. Mozzie, I mean, acceptable. Everybody on the defensive side has a purpose. But you have Ram, and we are going to risk ourselves to use skeleton keys, which are less effective than a fully automatic lawnmower to the ground. I mean, to each their own, and everybody has their own choices, but now look at how many roamers you have to deal with. They're not only holding the lounge side, they are fully extending out into Aqua. They are in control. If you even sniff that site without droning, your head is going to be chopped off. Jimbo, now feeling the presence of the first man. They've located the first, but have you found the second and the third? Looking to build off upon that, looking to slow things down, try to find that first pick, because it's all about who can come out that gate with the statement of, I want to take this round. As we have 1 minute burned off the clock, the defenders continue to get aggressive here. Not a single boot on that first floor for the attackers because they know how dangerous it is. It's not viable to be able to walk down these stairs without getting deleted. The previous round was flawless. Can you change that narrative? They're playing verticality. Yes, you have the buck, but now by the time he gets to the main floor, he's going to have well below 20 skeleton keys. And to make matters worse, the first fatality takes care of your case carrier and the man who can get the hatches. Luckily, you've opened up Animus, but now Thunder meets his maker. And now it'll be a game of find the fatalities. Find the refrags. The C4 quickly is located by the IQ scanner, but the Valkyrie camera isn't. Now you're going to have a mandatory man assigned to watching from below. Just can't quite capitalize. The I-beam standing between a headshot and Wumbo trying to capitalize. Now, a minute left, and you still haven't found the one man riding away in the vending machine area. He's went back down, but have you found Nash? A powerhouse so far in terms of positioning, but again, the clock continues to run down, and you're playing clear while the cameras spot you, while the utility is all on you. That's the third C4 being used, but Nash just has the unfortunate timing of walking across the crosshairs of Mock, leaving 30 seconds left at even. 8 bodies left. We've seen a similar situation to this before. The last time, the attackers prevailed. They got in that plant even when they were being pinched. No C4s and no denial as all of these bodies look to line up. One man is on the front lines. The case is being rotated out, but it's Stalak and Weston to deny it. It'll go loose. You'll have verticality, but it's an absolute bloodbath in sight. Why would you commit EXO with no verticality being held? You did it too late, and that's exactly what you're going to be called out for in the all chat. Friendly banter, maybe not so friendly, but a beautiful round from OOO, receiving all of that pressure as they now grow the lead to 2 rounds. They have now read their opponents. They're playing chess, and they are capitalizing upon every single play. One-sided affair so far. I thought we were going to see something different than the first match. I mean, the first match, it was back and forth, back and forth. I mean, this is different, but not in the good way. Make-A-Wish came out the gate flying. It's like cross-country. You start out fully sprinting, you'll be tired in 5 seconds while all the other runners pass by you. Make-A-Wish took it slow. They learned how to play, but not fast enough. Not before OOO adapted to their play style and started capitalizing on the round. Now, I like to say this one main point. This is a defensive-sided map, correct. But if teams can build up such a large margin before they switch on to attack, it doesn't matter what side you're going to. 5-1 is very difficult to come back from. Unless you guys have the mental stability of a journalist or somebody who makes philosophy books. I don't know. I just had a stroke trying to think of somebody that is composed. But if you don't have that composure, then it is honestly only inevitable that you stay chalked by the end. Breach getting opened up now. This ace is so damn committed to opening up IT every single time. The shield ops now being introduced into the setup, and it's going to be Weston, the man who's 6-1, to be able to see him for the first time. Mock, there's no way you can test, and he'll actually capitalize. He only needs 2 bullets to take care of Weston. There's no more heroics from him. He shut out early into the round, and now the attackers finding something. But I mean, Fafnir makes me eat my bullets as implied. Y3 both eat the dust. As now Nash is left to a dress garage all by himself, and wow, that was gorgeous. I mean, jeez, it's all over the screen at this point. Stalak for 2, a down for a res 2. I mean, 4v1. You had pressure coming in from every single orifice of the map, and now you find yourselves down 2 bodies. Ace is hucking frisbees here at the wall, but after what? Your shield off is dead. Everybody is dead, and you find yourselves in a pool of defenders as you are on your second last attack. Shotgun in the close range. Shotguns are everywhere. 2 out of the 3 contain that M8 in their loadout. And right now, you have to bait them out, and he knows it. A C4 remains for Nash, but his health is a big risk factor, so he'll be taking it easy. A little game of good old Mexican standoff as they wait to run out the clock. Thunder knows he needs to reevaluate his choices. He has 2 options, go in from rafters or try to go in for electrical. And it looks like he will take the former as he looks to walk in, but Nash with the prone all the way from downtown will be enough to take care of business. And that'll be another round for Rendezvous as they grow and grow their lead. Land of Ooh, you gave us a jump scare at the beginning. I mean, we saw your standings at the beginning of the map and we were like, yes, this is the team that'll win. Make-A-Wish got 7-0'd last week, and that is not something that is acceptable. Land of Ooh, you got that first round on your head. A little bit of a jump scare for your team. But I mean, now they're showing us why they're the team that is on top of their bracket, of their group. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be difficult for Make-A-Wish. I mean, the momentum is getting built up. You are falling short now every single turn. And even when you find the first pick, I mean, Turtle, beautiful first pick. He took care of business by taking care of the man who got into his crosshairs. Impact trick comes in yet again. I think it was a little too early as it... Wait, what the hell? The breach. The breach can't find a Selma. The impact landed actually before the EMP even took care of anything on that wall. The jammer gets taken care of, but a little too late. It doesn't even matter. Wise impact, I think, takes care of 1 Selma, and now 2 more to try to trick. Not looking to waste his second, and now Monty on Raptors again, looking to continue with the same old story. You can't teach a dog new tricks, an old dog new tricks. I mean, any dog, really. Because this team is continuing to get walked through the park as they find themselves down with the first pick yet again. One-sided affair of doom. Salak with the long angle from downtown. Looks to take care of Ace, but has to lock onto the Monty. Is Thunder aware of the angle from CC? I mean, he knows there's the angle from the door, but doesn't he know about the rotate? Because he walks in, he's not going to have the opportunity to know about the angles. He's going to have to shoot his gun. Quick shots from Meeting will take care of Y3, and the continuous long angle here is being built up. Thunder, though, rising to the call. 50 HP, shut up, but Starlack, again, just capitalizes because he knows his sight setup. He knows his verticality hold. He made the holes himself. You guys need to have drone. It's on you for not seeing the angles, and Starlack looks to find his third. But Mock, case loose. A minute left on the clock. 3 defenders to 1 Monty, and he's 1 HP. Nash, all the way from below. The long-range bullet, even if it's a hollow at this distance, is enough to take care of that amount of HP. And he said, who you challenge, and honestly, I agree with him. Beautiful shot, and that is now 1 round shy away from the match point. For goodness sake, for your guys' sake, I'd have hoped we would be looking at a different narrative than a 5-1. But hopefully, your defense is better than your attack. It has to be. It can't get worse than that. You got 7-0'd last week, and if you get 7-1 this week, that's what? A negative 13 round difference? That's not good. So much to do, and I believe in you guys to be able to bring it back, because that attack that we saw in the first round was a completely different roster than what we're seeing currently. Landavoo kind of just taking the lead and running away with it. They're having a blast, and honestly, they should be. A little bit of an extensive hold here from Make-A-Wish, and every time I see a castle on this basement, I kind of cringe a little bit because of what we saw last week. A little bit of interesting plays here. I mean, oh, god damn it, not this again. When you barricade the lounge door, you allow this hallway to be taken in about 5 seconds. But 3-floor hold, I mean, I'm a little intrigued to see how they'll be able to do this in a sustainable manner. Because my old saying, I mean, said so long ago in the 2018 EG Finals, when you cover so much, you're not really covering anything. You're so spread out. You're trying to cast a net, but eventually the net will rip. That'll be first blood as Weston takes care of business. And that'll be the first pick for what's new Scooby-Doo, the Land of OOO. That's one man taken care of on the vert. If he can find the second, this will be a problem. But the two-way cross from Implied and Jimbo will take care of business. Mock with a response of his own. As now, this is looking promising. Maybe I was just hating for no reason because this has looked better than all of their attacks combined. They look to build up on the two-man advantage they once had, but it's now one. The attackers reset. That's exactly what they need. You're down a body. You cannot suffer any more casualties, and I think they know this. But missing the memo. That comm had to have gone out when you got double-crossed, Weston. Where is the communication? Land of OOO now looking a little bit wobbly on their attack. Close-range shotgun. I don't see any positive scenario here for Wumbo. There's no way we lose this, Jimbo. Come on! A close-range shotgun. Just swing and click your mouse. Missing that memo and deciding to play who can stare longer. And eventually finding out an ACOG to your teeth is not the best of scenarios. 55 left on the clock. Manageable still here for the Land of OOO as they only trail by one body. And they have some sort of time in their hands, especially with the amount of aggression here from the Ram. Would have been sick if you were able to find that. But it's feed holes and you're sticking your face in it. Not its intended purpose, and you will find that out the hard way. As now, it's just going to be Wumbo in a situation where he has to guess where he wants to go. Full sprint into the site. One. Oh, Wumbo, don't you dare. Oh, Wumbo, don't you dare. There's no way you guys managed to choke that. If he landed that bullet through the wall, we would have seen a completely different narrative. But thank God, some defenders are awake here. That's a response from Make-A-Wish. I didn't think the day was going to come where I could say those couple of words. I mean, finally, it took them another 7 rounds to be able to find a round. And the friendly banter continues to just make me laugh because look at the scoreline. It's 5-2. Why are we being toxic? Once you get in their heads, it's all over from here. And essentially, once you get them to talk back, that is where the mind games start. Really trying to get a feel of what they're going to do here. Make-A-Wish now bringing the castle again. I like the tradition that they bring for these holds. They have a very set image. They know what they want to do, how they want to do it, and that is very respectable. But you need to be able to reinforce and capitalize that narrative every single round now. You don't have any room for mistakes. You made them when you allowed the team to take 5 rounds on you, regardless of the side. Verticality all the way into electrical. Are you careful? Ooh, I know you're careful, but how careful are you really? The drone's raining in. You better look down before you hop in. There you go. Castle located. They now know there's a man in kitchen. The pressure needs to be addressed, and he is going to go directly for him. Fafnir finding first blood. Castle getting a refrag. I mean, is there any team communication? You know where the verticality is. You had to have expected it to be elsewhere, and that'll be a refrag almost instantly as the banter continues. Y3, haven't seen, I was going to say much of him. I haven't seen any of him. We're currently 0-6 with 0 assists. Not a single shot you've landed has managed to lead to anything significant. And that's why I'm excited for Coast to come into play. We can see what you're doing. We're seeing what you can try to provide to your team. But as of now, it's not looking to be any. The clock slowly ticks down as both sides find themselves with 4 bodies in each other's pocket. The clock continuously runs down. We're at a minute, and now they're establishing the verticality. I mean, maybe time management in general in this team is just not good for both sides. The attacks just haven't been looking uniform. You take so much time until you have none left, and you find yourselves rushed to try and get yourselves in the site. Still waiting. 40 seconds. Not a horrible timeline, but it is when you haven't walked downstairs and you're scared of the verticality. Nash taking the initiative, looking to address site head on, but Y3 makes me eat my words. There you go. That is first blood. 30 seconds. It continues to claw. It continues to run down, and they'll get access to the site. You'll have verticality from below, but Mute's upstairs, and that's the guy with the C4. Fafnir shuts out anybody around him, and the bodies just drop like dominoes while he stims and sticks it. Looks to try to find verticality and somehow manages to walk out of that affair alive. Is Garage open? No, sir. As they need to get aggressive, and they know they need to get aggressive. You just need to run out the clock. They need to continue and build off of this. Oh, Wumbo, just play safe. Your gun shreds into halves. You play so much time that you'll find yourselves in such a bad spot. You can't long arm. That is going to be the next. Continue to waste this Mute's time. It doesn't matter. Implied, you can try to stake that, but it'll be Wumbo to take the third. Ice in his veins. A stone cold finish. And these guys are completely lost. I'm at a loss of words. You know what? Like, I usually don't do this. What are we witnessing? 3 bodies, and the best thing you could come up with is a C4 to find my dad all the way over there. Where are we going? In what world does that work out? I mean, even my camera disagrees with me. He doesn't want to focus. I look cross-eyed. Oh, my God. I don't even know. It becomes a problem when you cannot play like a team. And a 3v1, losing it with the plant down is unacceptable. And it's a very well-deserved match point here from the heroics from Mr. Wumbo. Oh, there's so much left to address. Where do I even start? I mean, if I say what I want to say, I get called mean. So we're going to try to be as nice as possible. But in the simplest way, oh, make a wish. You guys are going to need to make a couple of wishes to hope you win this game. You're 4 rounds trailing, and this has been such a one-sided affair that you guys have continued to find the picks in all the wrong moments. Empty frags, they like to call them. Fafnir looking to take the objective of Lee Harvey Oswald all the way from deep. Verticality, I mean, what are these plays? Not even verticality, I thought it was a mid-floor. Feed holes all over the garage site, and not a single thing reinforced. 1 reinforcement spare, but it looks like they've committed all of them into the electrical side of things, and Buck is just giving them the verticality needed to be able to just waltz on in. Hawaiian launchers getting sent in. The Grimpies is going to be very difficult to have to deal with because you have 3 ADSs contesting the other side of the map. Monty checking off his list, making sure there's nobody to sneak up on them. But there is somebody down there. Jimbo becomes a problem, but they now look towards an interesting approach to the site. One man by himself in the A, looking to have some sort of help from below. It's going to be somewhat of a rush plan here. A C4 from below. Inevitable downs connect, but Fafnir finds one. Jimbo with a refrag. 2v3 as Fafnir, the assassin, cold-blooded with his sniper rifle, continues to have to try and bait and find that refrag. One man waiting to capitalize. Nobody's that aggressive yet. You need to burn the Surya gate. You need to burn that bulletproof camera. And you have the 3 lances to be able to do so. You're below a minute. 2 bodies to the assigned 3 left in sight. And the question is, are you up for the task? Because if you are, we are going to see the end of the game right here. Wumbo, you showed me before. You showed me literally last round with this AK-12 what you can do. Now, what is your response under pressure with 20 HP? Because Fafnir's is a sniper rifle. Because this guy could be subbed into a Toronto Ultra team and I wouldn't see any difference. The professional with a quad. And I've missed every single one of them. I mean, every single time. You don't think he can land another shot. He's on track for an ace with a sniper. I don't think I've ever seen this in my history of casting, as they'll find themselves with the plant going down, and Fafnir aces with Kali to win the game. I'm hanging the headset. I'm hanging it up. How are we acing with Kali? In what world do we ace with Kali? That was the worst defensive round I've seen in my first year of casting. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no final remarks, and I could care less to give another, because that was a shit show. Yes, I swore. Do I care? No. I haven't been doing anything behind the screen for you today. I have been a one-man show. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a follow, subscribe if you're feeling naughty. Check out all of the VODs at my YouTube. It's the same as my Twitch name. My Twitter DMs and Discord DMs are always open for feedback. I'm always looking to get better. Have a great rest of your night, ladies and gentlemen. And don't fall to Kali!